9 años pidiendo el Snack Wrap. Aquí tienes tu Snack Wrap. ¿Tú quieres un Snack Wrap? Toma tu Snack Wrap. ¿Tú también? Toma un Snack Wrap. Snack Wrap, Snack Wrap, Snack Wrap. Volvió el Snack Wrap. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
With a major selection of the looks your kiddos love starting at just $4 in the Walmart app, a new school year means a stylish new them. Who knew? Find skater skirts and Crocs that say, I'm casual but cool. Sparkly sneakers that say, it's my classroom, you're just learning in it. And preppy polos that say, I'm the teacher's pet, even if they're mommy's menace at home. Find their favorite styles starting at just $4 in the app. The Walmart you thought you knew is now new.
This episode is brought to you by Nespresso Virtual Coffee Machines. Ready to enjoy the bold flavors of barista-quality Nespresso iced coffee at home? Simply fill a glass with ice and press the brew button on your virtual pop machine to enjoy rich double espressos roasted to stand up even when chilled. Refreshingly bold iced coffee. Refreshingly easy to make at home. Visit Nespresso.com to shop now.
Mega is an improvised satire from the staff of a fictional megachurch.
We are here, Lord, we are here, and we're ready to podcast.
Before we get started, just a reminder, don't forget about Supercast. It really is the best way to support Mega. People like John M., Maria B., Jeffrey L., Jeanette O., and Libby C. all joined recently. We're at about 401 members. We're trying to get to 1,000, but before we get there, we have a 420 goal, which means that then we'll do a live stream, but it will be a high stream.
High stream.
Just for Supercast members. So go check it out. Ad-free listening. Let's do an episode.
Hiya, I'm Hallie Levant, and this is Mega, coming to you from Twin Hills Community Church, where every single week we're giving our mega church a tiny family feel. Ooh, we love to introduce you to members of our church staff and people from our community, and today is no exception. I find it to be a treat and a treasure. And per usual, I'm joined by my co-host. He's the youth pastor for our high school ministry called Climax. Please welcome Gray Haas.
When the devil's on your neck, Christ is gonna get him wrecked. Hallie, how are you?
Oh, whoa. Lucifer, the evil one's making an appearance early on.
That's true. And it may be kind of on my skin, too. I don't know what. Am I just sweating?
Yeah, are you just overheated?
I went and got a spray tan, and I think they mixed the solution wrong. And it's clogged my pores to the extent that I haven't been sweating really at all.
Oh, no.
Do you see how my skin is just completely smooth, almost like plastic, a marble or
Yeah,
something?
you look like a wax figure of yourself.
And I mean, I look great, but I am just overheating.
I'm so sorry. We can turn up the air.
Yeah, that would be great. Wow.
All right, we'll cool you off. Here.
I think the only place that I'm sweating is out of the inside of my ears because it's just running down the side of my face.
Here, this Frappuccino, it's real icy if you want to hold it against your forehead.
I don't like to put sugar that close to my skin. Anyway, Hallie, how are you?
You know I am blessed, my man. I mean, it's been a heck of a summer. You know, I always get a TICS kid, Teens in Christ Service.
That's right.
You know, we get kids from all over Europe in an exchange program. They come over here. We get to, you know, give them wonderful volunteer opportunities around campus and in our homes. And I always get a TICS kid. I love TICS season.
And this summer you've got Big Beautiful Bill.
Yes, we have a kid from Poland. I'm not even going to try to say how he says his name in Polish is absolutely bananas. It's Bill or something like that. Too many consonants together. So he says, call me Bill, and he is got quite the stature.
Oh, he's
and
huge.
so,
It reminds me of the, what was his name? Hold the door. Hold the door. In Game of Thrones. Hold the door.
oh, really? A giant?
Yeah.
Oh.
What was his name? Hold the door.
Bill?
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, everyone, all the Climax kids immediately started calling my TICS kid Big Beautiful Bill, you know, because he is a big, giant kind of guy. And, you know, but to be honest with you, I love getting Ticks kids because, well, frankly, I get some free labor out of it. You know, they're just so happy to be here in the States and they think it's so cool. And we got all these shopping malls and strip malls and all this fun stuff to do, all the places you can go to buy things all around town. And
So much better than Europe.
it's so much better than Europe. So, I mean, I know that my Ticks kids are always just so grateful to be here that I can squeeze a little work out of them. And it usually is so beneficial. But man, Big Beautiful Bill was just, I don't know, too big or too beautiful. And I just started to say, like, this is a lot more expensive than I expected it to be.
Was eating for three.
He came in and I thought, well, things are going to get better. The price of eggs, the price of groceries, everything's going to get better with his arrival. But to be honest, it feels like I've got like big time inflation with this Big Beautiful Bill. And it just got real expensive. And right when I started to hit my knees to talk to Jesus about it and to place it at the throne room of my Heavenly Father.
Oh, you're talking about praying. Sorry, I just had the image of you hitting your knees for some reason.
Oh, yeah. Well, when I hit my knees, I get on my knees and I stay on my knees and
Well, I've seen you get down on your knees to pray, Hallie, and you don't hit them really. You get down pretty slowly and usually use a piece of furniture.
That's true. But saying I hit my knees sounds like it's fast. It takes me upwards of 10 minutes to get from standing to kneeling. But once I'm there, boy, do I shoot up some powerful prayers. And this is so cool. This is a God thing, great. Right when I started praying about how expensive Big Beautiful Bill is and how it's just, frankly, it sent all my expenses through the roof. I was like, Lord, I don't have this much expendable income and already have a house of hungry kids and whatnot. Well, no sooner do I start praying about it than guess who my Big Beautiful Bill befriends out in the parking lot here at Twin Hills?
Who?
Lieutenant Dan Bilbo.
Oh, my nice ice friend.
The guy who's leading the ICE officers who've been using the parking lot at Twin Hills as a staging ground.
Yeah.
And so, Lieutenant Dan Bilbo.
Oh,
he's a good guy.
Oh, he's the best. He's sick.
So any hoodles, Lieutenant Dan Bilbo offered my Big Beautiful Bill Ticks kid $100,000 signing bonus to join ICE and become an ICE officer. And then he got a $50K kickback bonus as well. So he already bought a beautiful home over in Knightsbury Bridgecourt. He's moving in now. And I went to Dan Bilbo. I said, this kid's from Poland, right?
Right. Yeah. Can he even be eligible?
Oh, Bilbo couldn't have cared less. He was like, anyone can be an ICE officer. I said, you don't have to be a U.S. citizen. He said, well, most of them aren't. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Bilbo and Big Beautiful Bill. That is amazing, Hallie. I mean, that's almost what I made when I first started as a youth pastor.
What? That's where you started at?
Yeah, here at Twin Hills.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, sorry. One of my pores opened up. I started squirting out my armpit.
Oh, good. Well, just like Jesus says, our witness is a light on a hill, our guest today brings the light to our auditorium and to our lives, frankly. It's Jimden Zimbler. How you doing today, Jimden?
Hey, good. I'm good. I'm hanging in there.
Oh, well, you were literally hanging in there this morning, weren't you? Because I saw you in the main auditorium putting up some significant new lighting elements, and I guess something was going on also with the forklift that you were on, or what is that called? The
scissor lift.
The scissor lift.
Oh yeah. Any excuse I have to roll that puppy out, I'm rolling it out. I'm getting up in those rafters. I'm hanging out.
Cool. It's like a transformer. It's cool. And then you're up in the flies and everything.
And what was going on up there?
Yeah.
I was hanging some new lights. Got some new quality fixtures.
Great.
From Globo Light, a new player on the scene.
Interesting. Now, is that Indiana based? Because I you had mentioned the with the whole tariffs and everything, I guess it's we've had to change things up.
No, they came straight from China. I paid a pretty penny.
Oh, okay.
And that was out of my personal, because I just kind of wanted these things. I couldn't really get sign off from the church, but I saw them in the mags, in the trades, and I thought I got to have the Globo Light 400.
Amazing.
Well, I'll tell you, Jimden, your gobo game is on point. I wait for Christmas every year because I know you're going to be putting gobos out in the parking lot, on the walkways, on every floor surface across campus with all of these different exciting shapes and Christmas trees. And I mean, it's so festive, and I don't know how you do it.
People don't know you can do so much with light. You can really paint a picture. You can transform a space.
Oh, I've never heard anyone say that. Paint with light. What an amazing...
That's beautiful.
It's something I just kind of felt right now in this moment, and it came out of my mouth.
Wow. You're an artist. You're an artist. You're a lighting artist.
How did you get into light? Was it just that you were seeing it everywhere?
That might have been part of it. I was seeing a lot of light everywhere, especially as a kid. These quite sensitive eyes. I have to squint a lot. And so I often wear sunglasses.
Yeah.
That was a formative experience. Do you know the Batman?
Val Kilmer.
Oh, yes.
Wasn't he a Batman?
Was he? I don't think so.
Val Kilmer was a Batman, no?
Val Kilmer, I really feel like you're right.
I'll ask
Anyway,
my
I don't
phone.
watch those movies because they're not very positive, but you were saying you loved Batman.
Yes, definitely love Batman and identify with his origin story. If you know anything of it, he fell in a cave, found some bats. It scared him.
And did he murder his parents after that?
I think details are a little bit murky in there. He was present. He was one of two parties present.
Okay.
And no other witnesses. He might have murdered his parents. And now that I'm saying that out loud, he could have. Yeah, he definitely could have.
And so did you fall into a bat cave or murder your parents? I'm sorry.
I'm yet to murder my parents.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we've all been there.
We've all been there. So when I was a boy, I got lost in a cave.
Really?
Wow.
I got lost in a cave for 36 hours.
Really?
Wow. It happens every day.
Every day somewhere in at least the Southeast, for sure. A lot of caves down there.
Yeah, that's true.
And so I was lost for quite some time. And that was a harrowing experience. And when I got out, I thought, never again.
Mm-hmm.
And what were you doing in the cave and how did you get lost?
I was metal detecting, big passion of mine.
Ooh.
And I kind of just, you get a beat every now and then. Boop.
Yep.
Boop.
Oh, and you follow.
And I followed it, and it just followed it farther and farther towards a creek, and then the creek opens into a cave in the side of a cliff face. Wow. And before you know it, I'm just neck deep in water.
Oh, well, because I'm sure there could be real treasure in there.
If I had some treasure, that's where I'd put it.
Wow. And so it's still beeping and it's taking you deeper into the abyss?
And was it just someone's lost keys? Did you find like iron ore or something?
This is like where Gollum lived.
I lost the thread a little, didn't find a thing, realized I was in a low grade survival situation. That's pretty straight up. That's 100% a survival situation. And I quit looking. I got to say, I said to myself, Jinden, you have got to get out of here. Mm. You are being called towards more important things than finding this treasure. Mm. You must live. So dropped the metal detector, never found the treasure, but I'll tell you, big beep.
Yeah, that would be a big one. Yeah, that would be a big one. Well, wow. I mean, he works in mysterious ways, and God was trying to bring you around to lighting so that you could cast light on these programs that, are Christ-centered.
So did you get into lighting because it was just so dark down there? I guess I kind of forgot why we were even talking about
be in the abyss.
Yeah, I guess that's yes, exactly. It was so dark down there. I said, I don't ever want to be in a room that dark again.
Mm-hmm.
And so why did you bring up Batman?
He fell in a cave and got scared.
Oh, so you really identify with him.
And one time I was in a cave and I got scared.
So bats have nothing to do with it, really. It's more of just...
I'd say they have some... I mean, they live in... might have been some in that cave. I'll tell you, I didn't see a bat.
Oh, you didn't see. Okay.
I didn't hear him, but...
So in a way, you could just say, I was like man, or, if you just drop the bat, you were like something man, dark man or something. Caveman.
Caveman. I guess I was like caveman. I was like a caveman.
Well, I love that because it is inspirational, isn't it, Hallie?
Learning through play starts with Lego Duplo. With Lego Duplo, toddlers can develop real-life skills while having fun with colorful bricks made just for them. Large, easy to grip, and safe to explore. When children express themselves with Lego Duplo, they build patience, problem-solving, and empathy. See your child learn perseverance and self-expression with everything they imagine and create. Visit lego.com/preschool to learn more.
This message is sponsored by Greenlight. With school out, summer is the perfect time to teach our kids real-world money skills they'll use forever. Greenlight is a debit card and the #1 family finance and safety app used by millions of families, helping kids learn how to save, invest, and spend wisely. Parents can send their kids money and track their spending and saving, while kids build money confidence and skills in fun ways. Start your risk-free Greenlight trial today at greenlight.com/Spotify. That's greenlight.com/Spotify.
When, someone like Jimden falls in a cave and there aren't bats, but light plays an important role, and that ends up determining your whole career. And, of course, God and Jesus and Christ specifically were there in that cave with you, and I bet they had a plan. I bet there was a reason for the beep, if you know what I mean.
Wow.
I think so.
Wow.
I like to think so.
And that's living by faith, Jimden. And forgive me if this is too personal a question, but what is light? I mean, I walk into the dark bedroom, I flip the switch, boom, I can now see all my things I've put in there, my bedspread, my end table.
What do you mean, Hallie? What is light? I mean, light's light.
Okay, also, you wake up in the morning and the sun comes over the horizon and the sky goes from black to light. What is light? Is it a particle? Is it a wave? Is it a vibration? What is it?
I mean, I gotta say it. You nailed it. You pretty much just described light 100% perfectly.
Really?
It's a particle, it's a wave, and it's a whatever the third thing was you said.
Well, it's fast too, because you have the phrase speed of light.
Oh, yes.
So light is fast, and it's a particle, and it's a wave, and it's a vibration.
Yes, it contains, like all of us, multitudes.
Wow. Yeah.
Many things.
Yeah.
And people can use light in interesting ways. It's not, here's something I just found out about. I'm over here, I'm lighting the room. I'm trying to get everybody into this, into the experience. People are using light just to communicate the ones and zeros on the internet.
Wow.
Oh,
wow.
what do you mean?
About it like that.
But as far as I can understand, tubes,
Okay.
and they're flashing lights in those tubes. And, this isn't my area of expertise, but I was sent an article on the lighting Discord.
Mm-hmm.
And I grazed it. It grazed me. It glanced off me. I barely read it, but
So the article was kind of like a bullet.
it was like a bullet. It wasn't like light though. It didn't move fast enough. Didn't hit me.
So you didn't read it.
No. I saw the headline. Tubes plus light is what it said.
Well, you're painting with light, and I think that is really
beautiful.
that's really what you're doing, isn't it?
Yes,
You're
absolutely.
an artist.
Are you married?
No,
Really?
but I'll tell you, looking.
Okay, and I mean, shining the light, as it were.
All right.
Oh yeah, I got a flashlight out. I'm on the apps.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you, it's
Oh.
hard.
Yeah.
It's hard out here to be single.
Mm-hmm.
45 years old, single.
Are you 45?
Well, if you get on Christian Friend Finder,
Mhm.
that's a dating site with some God-honoring gals. And if you put your picture up, I'm here to tell you, Jimden, you're a handsome and attractive fella. And I think any Christian girl would be falling over herself to get you down the aisle and then get on with a godly marriage. I mean, I believe God is preparing a helpmate for you, and I'm going to put it on the top of my prayer list. You tell me what you're looking for, and we're going to get this done.
That's incredible. That's a great offer. Because I'm having a tough time.
Oh.
I'm not, a lot of it's, I'm not liking what I'm seeing. I got high standards, and I'll say I struggle with low self-esteem. So I think I have a hard time selling myself. That's not my forte. That's not what I'm about.
Yeah, what did your profile say as a lighting designer? What is it that you're putting out there, I guess is my question.
I'm embarrassed to say it. Again, it's the low self-esteem, but suck ass.
That's right. Yeah, that probably.
It's just, I get to writing these things, and you want to say all the beautiful stuff that everybody else is saying about themselves.
Yeah.
And it just feels so ego driven.
Yeah.
And I kind of spiral, and I just get down to a place where I boil it down, and I'm just like, I suck ass.
Well,
it's hard to compete because other people are using AI to write their profile.
oh, really?
So,
Oh, that's a good idea.
Had not considered that. I've been sort of kept clean of the AI stuff.
Well, you're probably not worried about your job. I know a lot of people now are worried, hey, AI could take my job. And I'm going, yeah, I'd love to see an AI be a youth pastor. In fact, go ahead, because there's no way an AI could do what I do. But for you, is that the case?
Could AI light a space? I'm going to say I bet it could. It seems like probably no, but You put a little tracker on pastor's face, connect that to a light, say, point it at him. I've never vocalized this, but I think that's probably part of my my self-esteem. I think I am a little bit replaceable, and I'm working hard to try to not be, because there's a lot of guys who want to be in I'll call it the theater space.
You are. You're the man in the arena, Jimden. And I'll tell you what an AI couldn't do. Get on a scissor lift.
No.
And hang some gobos and some GoPros and such, okay? So you're irreplaceable. And
Thank you.
And oh, thank you.
Thank you. That means a lot.
And I mean, you work at Twin Hills Community Church. Anyone would be lucky to be with you. You got to stick out your chest. You're a man.
Well, maybe not stick out your chest too far, because I did want to ask about that shirt. What does that say? What does that mean? Lighting designers, we do it with the lights on.
I mean, when it's time to get down to business.
Okay, that's what I was afraid of. Yeah.
Yeah, when it's time for the cock and put stuff, I keep the lights on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that necessarily would be appropriate for work. Do you know what I mean?
Sorry. Yeah. You're right. I have a hard time knowing, when to hold them, when to fold them, when to locker room it up.
Okay.
But when it's, I like to keep the lights on, I don't want to go back to that dark place, especially in the middle of coitus.
Right. I mean, well, I don't know about that, but it must remind you of being back in that, man cave.
It reminds me of being in the man cave. I had it happen one time. I had a lady come over, beautiful, smart, talented woman. I really felt like we were hitting it off. And I'll admit to this. We started going towards some premarital interactions.
It grieves the heart of God.
It's her fault.
It doesn't feel
Sounds
good
like
to
a
say,
vixen.
but it's truth, and it's my cross to bear.
Mm-hmm.
She turned the lights off. That's what I was getting to, and I kind of had a Vietnam style flashback.
Oh, really? Were you in Vietnam? You're only 45.
No, I guess I'm not doing so good with the metaphors today. I've seen some guys so there's a couple of guys in the lighting Discord who were in Nam, and they've described, their flashbacks. They've sent, hey, this is what they've sent a video. This is what it is. And I kind of did something like that. She turned the lights off, and I just kept screaming.
You're kind of flashing back to a video of a guy that was in Vietnam. That's kind of what you're saying.
And yes,
the video scared me so bad. I didn't want that to happen to me.
Well, you certainly don't have had to be in Nam to have a panic attack. They don't own those things, those guys.
No, they don't.
Well, as long as I have a professional here, I gotta ask, why and how did God create light and darkness on the first day of creation, but he didn't create the sun and the moon until day 4 of creation? How does that work? See, because I know that it's literal, and I know that, that God created the earth in 6 days and then he rested on the 7th and all that. But how in the heck fire did he create light and dark 3 days before he made the sun, which we know is the center of the universe?
How did he do it? I'm not quite sure how he did, but if he didn't, what would the sun and the moon even be doing? They wouldn't have anything to do.
And I've often wondered why God writes about the moon as if he thinks it's a light source, because what we know is that it's just a rock reflecting something, just the way I'm looking off the reflection of those sunglasses you have on, those mirror fronts, and seeing my own reflection. Anyway, he works in mysterious ways.
Hallie, and I love to get into stuff like this because I just love.
Hey, it's Paris. I love sparkly things, right? Like stars. Duh. And thanks to Hilton and AutoCamp, I just slept under them. Picture me serving looks by the fire outside my luxurious Airstream, making s'mores with the kids, while a national park is our backdrop. The great outdoors meets Hilton hospitality. That's hot. Explore all the new ways to stay at Hilton.com. Hilton for the stay.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Wrestling with theology. I love wrestling with the text and really just getting into thinking about these things. And maybe someone who's worked on a lighting grid could attest that you could have light. Light could exist, but maybe it's not coming out of anything. Just like you were hanging a gobo today, he hadn't turned it on yet. So sometimes I like to think, yeah, there was light, but God had to bing, turn on the sun, boom, turn on the moon. And then we have the light. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. Yes. 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 I think that's what I was trying to get to.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like he created the potential on the first day and then he actualized it on the fourth.
Exactly. I mean, it's like you're not married, but you could be. Marriage exists, but you're not.
Exactly. I'm absolutely single, fully painfully single.
But here's the thing. God is outside of time. So to God, you're already married because in the future, you're going to be married. So now we just got to get you to that point in the future where you're married to a godly woman and she's cool with leaving the lights on or turning them off. I mean, honestly, I haven't had a light bulb illuminated in my marital bed in the entirety of my marriage, and that happens every year on someone's birthday. And in that many birthdays, there has never been a light on. And,
I don't think we need to know all that, Hallie.
And I would like to say, maybe try one light on, see how you feel. Because from my side, it feels nice. It's good. You can see everything going on. You know where you are mostly. You're not getting scared. You don't think maybe
where you are.
Yeah, you're not thinking, where's my mom, where's my dad? Well, I know I'm in my bedroom and they're 45 miles away. The lights are off. I start.
You're back
who
in
knows?
that cave.
Anything could be happening once
Back
the lights
in that
are
cave in Vietnam, like that soccer team.
Mentally, you're right back there in the dark.
Well, Jimden, the thing is, and I think you're a bright guy, and I mean that not as a joke. I mean that as in you yourself are very white and you have a very smooth complexion. I don't know how to say that other than, you don't seem to have any facial hair. You don't seem to have any eyebrows as far as I can tell behind the glasses. And I wanted to know, what is it about the way that you light the stage that gives Steve that young, youthful look? Even though he is young and youthful, I mean, you're doing things that I just think, I say the lights take 20 years off him, don't they?
Well, first off, thank you for the compliments. How am I lighting him to look so youthful? Well, part of it is, and this is a little bit of an insider secret. When do we get some of our first lights in our life? Birthday cake candles.
Yep.
I thought you were going to say birth canal, but yeah.
Oh, well, I guess that's the first light you see. Sure.
Yeah.
For sure. But I'd say shortly after that, you're getting a birthday cake candle light right in your face.
Yep.
Right.
It's quite a youthful light. I don't know if you remember, but you were quite young when you were getting birthday cakes.
I was quite young when I was born.
Right. Incredible. And so what I'm doing is, I got all these fancy lights, and that's to sell the experience to the audience, everything. But to get the youthful look for my money, birthday cake candle, sort of a magnifying glass situation. It's kind of hard to describe, but just aim that right at Pastor Steve and he's getting that youthful glow.
Golden hue.
And it's just it's a subtle something, but I'm glad you noticed it.
I love that. Is there anything that's coming up that is really exciting you in the world of lights or just light, I guess? I guess that could be part of lighting or just generally, light out in the world.
I'll tell you, something I'm quite excited about. I haven't told anybody about it. I've rented a black box theater downtown, and
oh no,
it's scary to go in there. Okay, so I've been kind of facing my fears a little bit because when I go in there, the lights are off, and it is a black box, basically a cave.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll bring in my flashlight, and I've been preparing for a little show, and there are no performers other than the particles you see before you, known as light.
Really?
I've been preparing something that I think might change this town a little bit, might make people think a little bit differently.
Well, that sounds really interesting. And I've got to be honest, a lot of people go into caves, and I haven't ever really heard of anyone coming out of a cave with a good idea, but that sounds like a really interesting idea.
Can I tell you what it is specifically?
Okay.
I'm doing Les Mis in light.
Awesome.
Wow.
I'm Holly Laurent playing Hallie Levant, and that over there, that's Greg Hess playing Gray Haas. If you would like the Mega VIP treatment and listen ad-free, just go to mega.supercast.com. We would love it if you did. Become a member. Do it. It'll feel so good.
Speaking of Supercast, it's a great time to join. There's a free trial, and that is the best way to make sure that Mega keeps going. You know, you'll get your 4 to 6 episodes per month ad-free, including a behind-the-scenes podcast that we make. And really, it is the way we keep going. So please consider a Supercast membership. Of course, we want to thank our founding members over there. That is Bobby and Betty, Anonymous, Nana and T-Pop, and Adrian O. See you next time.